have no job. I'm unemployed. I am a apartment dwelling, just degenerate with no job, no nothing, and people are mad. What am I referring to? Well, we gotta go here. Hit the white room. I love comments like this because it is just full of insecurity and just retardation, and we gonna eat it up. What is the context? Well, Nicholas Light drama, GOT games, freshest anime pulled up on my stream, and goddamn, I love how we have gotten to a point where the anime reaction community, it is very niche, but there are some big players in there, and by me constantly commentating, reacting, baiting, we have created this ecosphere where we're all unified and a sense of identity amongst a community exists. I don't know if you guys know, but like, have you ever felt a certain way when you're playing a certain video game, whatever show? There are content creators in the space, and it feels nice when they're like a group of friends, right? I'm not saying in a parasocial way that, oh my god, they're good friends, but it's like CCs that know each other, there's a little nod, are on good terms, make content together. That's how we've gotten to this place of reaching 11K after a day, talking about different CCs in this very niche anime reaction place. And what do we get? How can you turn a 10-minute video into 50 minutes like Man Y? Because guess what? Unlike other people, I actually make content. The goal here isn't to fucking sit there and look and just watch. It doesn't really matter who's on screen. In fact, everything that I'm talking here could have been done with another content creator. It's just that Nicholas Light's name and face obviously brings in the clicks. He may say something which then turns into a discussion of my own talking points. You just don't know good reaction channels. Why not? What's wrong with that? Because he can. If you don't want to watch it, then watch it. I mean, it's not like insult. Like, this guy is just kind of like asking like, how is this possible, right? The English grammar of saying why are you doing this is kind of retarded, but I'm sure he's saying how. Guys, I just think this person is shocked at how Kaka turns a short video into a 50-minute vid. I did this shit with an Ellen Historian video on a short of a 30-second fucking short. I made it like a fucking 40-minute video once because, again, it has nothing to do with the content I'm reacting to. It is simply a face that I put up there so that we can have a discussion about the root core of the topic. Because he's a loser! That doesn't have a real job. I love these comments. I love these comments because I see this shit all the time. Let's increase the sound check a little bit. I love these comments. So the idea here is that content creators, whether they be YouTubers, Twitch streamers, TikTokers, whatever, they have fake jobs. They should be ashamed of it. So they have this way of backseating content creators. They're basically fucking losers stuck in the rat's race. And let me tell you something. I think the worst way a content creator can go about handling this kind of topic is to say you're broke, right? The worst thing you can do is say, go fucking put the fries in the bag, retard. You're lucky. You are so jealous that I'm like a successful, content creator doing whatever I want while you have to work a minimum wage job, cry about it, wagey. That's the wrong way to do, right? A lot of people go down that direction and then the audience kind of sees that and they see like, wow, you're so fucking entitled. Wow, you're so like, what's it called? So narcissistic. Like, wow, no. Never go down that path. Instead, I'm gonna give you a different framework of mind in how to counter these type of retards if you ever want to. I'd say just ignore them and move on because they're not here for a good faith argument. They're not here for an actual conversation. They're just upset at their fucking life, and rather than doing something about their shitty position they're in, they would rather be upset, look at other people and get upset at them. Like, imagine getting upset at somebody making anime this isn't even anime reactions. This is me just talking about the mental health and how like content should be strategized, how to like round up the audience and move forward as a content creator. And imagine watching that, like you have nothing you do with your life that you clicked onto this video and you got fucking mad. Why? Because they're not honestly engaging with it, right? This person most likely is a stupid fucking retard that hates me based off of a weird parasocial relationship they formed with other CCs. And their gut instinct is, ha, you don't have a real job. I guarantee you this fucking retard wouldn't say the same thing about their favorite daddy. For example, if this is a Nicholas Light glazing retard, right? I love Nicholas Light, but if this retard is his fan and he hates me because I'm calling him out sometimes, he would never say this line to him. Because why? It's a stupid child doing stupid things. Let's read some comments to explain this thought process. Content creator equals not a real job. Okay, bro. And yet here you are seething about how much money he earns. Like, what the fuck is his take? Who the fuck gets prideful over a real job? Interesting hill you picked to die on. This is the thing. It's like you realize that we're all forced to participate in capitalism. Thank you, Freshest Anime, for the raid. Yo, go check out Joe. We're currently, you know, doing a we're doing a drama content right now, but let me explain to you the hierarchy that we exist in, okay? So I'm gonna get really real right now, and you're gonna say, oh my god, you're being mean, but I'm sorry, this is how it is, okay? I think we have like a fucking triangle. Right? This is the triangle that I arbitrarily create to create this like framework of the tiers of different jobs or professions or careers you have in life, right? Right? Basically, the higher you go, the more like quote unquote prestige or like, you know, or like privilege you have, okay? Privilege, right? So at the very fucking bottom, right? At the very bottom, I think, well, first of all, I think we have to say students first, right? I think that students are kind of not even in part of the pyramid because they are unemployed. They're trying to train. They're trying to learn. They're not even in the game of capitalism, right? They are getting ready. There's like a tutorial zone, you know, it's like a video game where you don't even, you're leveling up your beginner class so that you can specialize into a job advancement. Students are at the very bottom by default. Everyone starts there, right? Some people don't even become students. Some people are some people are born, you know, in places where they can't even afford to be students and have to just do fucking hard manual labor. It sucks, but that's like an outlier. Let's talk about this in the environment that we're living in. I think the next stage is kind of like the 9 to 5, right? No, it's not even 9 to 5. I'd say this here is literal like part-time PT like wage cuts. Okay? This is not even like a salaried position. This is like baristas. This is like McDonald's workers. This is like very low-skilled workers, right? Hey, I'm sorry. That's how it is. Don't get mad at me. That's the reality that we live in, right? I think this is when you don't really have like a degree. You don't have some sort of certificate. You're not a high-skilled worker. You are simply getting by, you know, working random odd jobs. You are working at like a convenience store, minimum wage working, whatever, stuff like that, right? It's not a 9 to 5 office setting. It's not like a blue-collar trade. It's kind of like before that stage. I would say that's kind of how I describe it. Then I would say here is like 9 to 5, you know, white-collar / blue-collar, you know, wage cuts, okay? These people, I think, are kind of where a lot of the professionals are at, right? A lot of your colleagues, friends, office workers, like those who are like accountants, lawyers, like basically, let's differentiate. I think there's like a different spectrum of it. I think that to compare a doctor and a lawyer on the same level as like an accountant is kind of crazy. So obviously there's like two different tiers, right? So I'll create like two separate tiers of like the 9 to 5 plus 9 to 5 plus. Okay, so these are like doctors, you know, lawyers, you know, like stuff like that. You know, engineers, you know, like engineers, you know, stuff like that, right? Engineer. My writing is fucking garbage. I should be a doctor. That's what I think this is kind of how I see it, right? So you have not that highly skilled workers, and then in that same kind of position, right, you have a little bit more highly skilled, definitely like these are very good makers, right? Maybe the part-time wage cuts are going to be in let's say like students basically minus money, right? Let's make a tier list, right? Students are fucking minus money. I think part-time wage cuts are kind of in like maybe 0 to like 30k, yeah, per year. Right? 0 to 30k a year, I think might be, right? I don't know, just random numbers I'm making up. Maybe the 9 to 5, you know, the beginning here, I would say maybe like 30 to 60, right? Maybe 30 to 60k, right? I think something like that. And then I think that the actual like real, maybe 60k is not the right word. It depends, right? Again, these are just arbitrary numbers I'm putting in. And then here, maybe this is from like, let's go back. Maybe like 0 to 30k, 0 to 60k, maybe. I'm trying to figure out what's a like better number, like 0 to 60k. Let's put that. Maybe here, this is like 60k to 100 arbitrary numbers. I don't know. And then here is like 100K plus, I would say. It's like the different partitions. Again, not very like statistically proven. I'm just going off of my vibes. It's just random fucking vibes, okay? I think that part-time, yeah, okay. Part-time wage cuts, not making like 30. Listen, I think that there's a lot of people that also hustle really hard. There's like a lot of weird shit you can do. So instead of 60K, maybe I should say, we're just nitpicking on numbers at this point though, right? Maybe like, is 30K ridiculous for part-time work? I think in America, minimum wage, let's look at this for a second. American minimum wage yearly, you know, 2025. 20K. Oh, you're gonna fucking nitpick at fucking 30K versus 20K, bro? This is so stupid. This is so fucking stupid, bro. Nah, we just keep it at 30K. It doesn't matter. This isn't supposed to be a fact. I'm just giving you fucking vibe checks, okay? I'm doing vibe checks, all right? I think that these people, if they really fucking hustled, random working fucking 17 separate jobs, maybe there'd be a difference of 10K. You're gonna die on a hill about a 10K difference. Whatever, bro. All right, and okay, so we got this settled. I think that beyond this part is entrepreneurs. But I would say this is entrepreneur plus. Because it's kind of difficult. Because anyone can say they're an entrepreneur. Plenty of people have YouTube channels. They're a CEO. How many people are actually fucking making money? Not many. So an entrepreneur can straight up be down here too. You know what I mean? So it's like this entrepreneur shit, right? Question mark, right? It's kind of like this shit can also be down here. You could be a student, you could not be making money. Like the money is very different. But I do believe, right? So the context of the entrepreneur at this stage, beyond like a doctor, what I'm trying to say is you're actually established, right? You're actually established and you now get to choose your own hours, your own schedule. You have flexibility. You are your own boss. This is a different level of privilege happening, okay? So I'm not talking about the random fucking 16-year-old kid with a YouTube channel on TikTok that actually has some sort of motion but doesn't make any money from it. No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about really established people like your boy Roshi, right? You like Nicholas Light, right? Yeah, I'd say the entrepreneur is outside a triangle, but basically I'm trying to phrase this in terms of privilege and prestige, right? That like, yeah, they're still working in capitalism, but I believe that they have more freedom and privilege. Therefore, I'm putting it here, even though their pay range can very differ. But these are, again, very established ones. They are on a different level of living than you. And here comes a very egomaniac moment, but it's just the truth. I am so privileged to be in this position where I can make way more money than an engineer can. Genuinely. I'm making more than a top brass engineer in Canada right now. Right? Like, I was already making 6 figures as a software engineer while I had my YouTube channel on the side. Right? And this was this. Let's look at this. I was working a full-time job until 2024 summer, right? So if you look at this graph, right? 2024 summer is here. So all of this part is just me working my day job, making pretty fucking good money, but there's like a lack of purpose. And that's another topic I'm gonna get on, right? Right now, we're just talking about just money. I'm gonna talk to you about actual living life with purpose later on. But the goal here is once you have established yourself and you drop your job and you go full-time and you're actually making fucking money, you have like editors, you have employees, you have a payroll and you're doing well. This is a different level of living. This is, I think, when you truly are playing the game of capitalism. I don't think you're really playing the game of capitalism until you get to the entrepreneur position. Because 100K that a lawyer could make versus 100K that a random YouTuber could make is totally different fucking numbers, okay? The 100K that a lawyer makes, or like an employee, right? I'm talking about engineer salary, right? These are T4 employees. In America, they have a different term for it, right? You can't manipulate the numbers and avoid taxes. Where's that meme right here? Okay? Like, you genuinely don't understand the breakdown of money later on, okay? Where's this meme I posted the other day? Retweets don't... Core repos don't fucking post up, huh? It's this one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yep. I'm here now. I'm not fraud though. Not fraud. I'm playing the game, right? Fraud is literally making shit up. I'm playing the game, right? So the idea is when you're a salaried worker, you have no way to play the fucking tax game. You are set at a certain rate and you get taxed. And then you think that like you got free money because you got a tax refund? No, retard. That's the money the government fucking took from you from overpayment and they're giving your money back. That's not how it works. An entrepreneur can actually change the numbers. I can go in there and manipulate such that the business expenses, everything that I buy, let's say I go out for food and I record a mukbang stream. That dinner is literally a cost of expensive business, right? Let's say I bought this here PC, whatever, right? These are all business expense. Even the rent that I pay in my apartment is a business expense. Even the payroll that I pay my editor is a business expense. If I made 100K and all of these business expenses turned out to be around like 50, 60K, I'm not getting taxed at 100K, bro. I'm getting taxed at like 40K. You understand? TLDR, if this doesn't make sense to you, entrepreneurs are on a different level of privilege where they can manipulate the numbers such that they get taxed less because there's a lot of different things that you buy and purchase and spend that are part of business expenses. This is not tax fraud. This is just a different privilege you're granted by the government because the government wants to incentivize more entrepreneurs. The government doesn't want more fucking wage cuck slaves. They want CEOs that are capable of making a business in an industry and then to create jobs. It is a different level of game that you're playing at. And if you don't understand this, you're actually a stupid fucking kid. There's a fundamental difference between you applying for a fucking job at a company versus someone making a fucking company and making 10,000 fucking positions for that job, okay? This is a different level and scale of output, of economic output, okay? And then beyond the entrepreneur, I don't know. These are the true billionaires. These are the highest of the highest, right? Like this is like fucking what's it called? Some conspiracy theory, like Illuminati shit, right? This is like way at the fucking top. These are like tech giant billionaires. They literally create laws, right? A YouTuber doesn't create fucking laws, okay? This is real tech billionaires, right? Mark Zuckerberg, fucking Bezos, fucking Satya, right? Fucking like Elon Musk. These dudes have so much motion and influence and clout that with their resources, they can actually make the government bend to their will and change the laws, right? They're on a different level. This is reality bending. People don't have that capability. Everyone has to play in the fucking system, but these people define the system. Now in China, it's a bit different. In China, right, billionaires, government does not fuck around. Jack Ma disappeared. You try to confront as a billionaire the government and criticize them, silenced. In America though, different relationship. The government is put on a fucking leash by the tech billionaires, but in China, they don't fuck around. All right. Now, why have I said all of this shit? Because I'm trying to give you a context of the life that we live in. I don't care if you hate capitalism. I don't care if you love it. But this is a reality. You can argue about these numbers and blah, blah, blah. It's subjective. I don't care. But the relative framework of comparison of different tiers is totally different. Now, let's go back to this comment and understand how fucking retarded this person is. What made you think that I actually watched this video? I only paused. You can't make this shit up. This person doesn't even watch or know what I do. They just see someone they hate and then they say, fuck you, get a real job. You are probably stuck down here. And you know what? I'm not shaming you for being here. The world is a fucked up place, okay? The reality that we live in is a fucked up place. I know that as hard as I say that I work, I've worked way harder being a line cook. There are laborers, construction workers, so many other people who don't have my privilege or prestige and get paid way less but work way more harder, putting their fucking body at risk for it, okay? But that's the unfortunate reality we live in. You can either learn how to play the game and rise, or you can fucking cry and complain and say, pity me, nothing's gonna change about your life. You're a fucking retard getting upset at me because of a parasocial relationship you formed with me and some other content creators. You don't even watch my content. Now confront this though. Let's keep reading it. Let's keep reading it. You do realize your comment gives more engagement, leading to making more money, Lamau. And yeah, this is the thing, right? Some people want the attention, therefore I'll post you in a video. Like, I don't mind putting retards in the video. You want to jump and fucking jump for attention? I'll give you it. But when I do it, don't fucking cry, because I'm gonna fucking crucify you. Also, a job in any position that gives you money for working, which is exactly what he has. Well, I can't expect everyone to understand, I guess. Some are born with limited capacity. Sorry for your loss. But here's the thing. In the mindset of these fucking wage cuck monkeys, they have this coping mechanism where basically a content creator who just streams, who just like reacts to videos, because of how easy it is, they think it's fraudulent. They think it's unjust. That's why they hate them and say get a real job. And then you have to realize, what's a real job then? Being a fucking corporate slave? Doing some menial task that you will get replaced by fucking AI later on? What fucking pride and prestige is there? You're a fucking bottom of the rung peasant serf. If you're in the medieval land, you're a fucking serf in my kingdom farming on the fucking ground right now. And then you're gonna say, oh, the lord in the castle, he doesn't work as hard as the fucking serfs. You don't have a real job. I don't care. I don't want a real job, to be honest. Do I want a real job if this is your definition of a real job? Holy fucking shit. I'd rather be a lazy fuck watching other videos people already made, reacting to anime, playing video games, and make more money than a real job could ever fucking do. Imagine dying on this hill in this retarded fucking framework of mindset because you hate a content creator that you don't even watch. Damn! What a fucking loser. Dude, please reread what you just wrote. Do you really think that was a gotcha moment? How do you not cringe in turn without posting shit like this? Because this person has double-digit IQ. They come in here and they show how fucking stupid they are, and people are laughing at them. But the stupid don't even know they're stupid. And then they double down and triple down, explaining how even more stupid they are, and then we laugh. That's the entire point of these videos. Genuinely, explain what you were doing here. Are you a Nick watcher? Maybe. And again, if he is, I don't care. I don't care, and I'm sure a lot of my fucking audience also hates Nick too, but as long as the CCs at the end of the day are cool behind the scenes, who gives a fuck what the retards are gonna do in the monkey kingdom, bro? Please consider that your Nicholas Good is in this video asking for advice and Kaka and shows respect to him. Oh, this is the other thing too, right? You'll have these like weird parasocial losers that think like Nick is their daddy coming at me and saying, oh my god, you hate him so much, you wish you were Nicholas Light, bro. And they're like, I'm literally showing you DMs of how close we are. I'm literally like interacting him during live streaming, laughing and having a good time. It's weird. It's like, it's kind of like this. Do I have this meme ready? It's like this. I see this behavior all the time. It's backseating in a way, in a really weird fucking way. Where is this shit? It was during the One Punch Man, yeah, this one. Remember this? So remove Mastar's family there, face there. Basically, it's me and Nick. I consent. Then you got fucking parasocial losers saying, I don't. Who asked for your opinion? You don't fucking matter. It's so weird. People backseating your experience on this. It's like, what the fuck is this creepy ass behavior, bro? He can only make money if he spams trash drama content like this. His reactions suck. I love this. How many comments do you have in here? One comment. Alt account. So here is the logic. Also, let's look at this, right? Before we look at it, hold up. How many comments does this guy have? Yeah, 3 comments. So these are, again, just new fucking alt account or bots. You know, they just fucking hate me. So the logic here is, I can only get views through drama content. His reactions suck. Let's prove that. Here are the channel analytics for a lifetime. Let's look at the top videos. How many of them are drama videos? Honestly, this is a bad way to do it, actually. This is during lifetime. I would rather show you 28 days, and also, in a better way, here too. Like, we just gotta do this. All we gotta do is just go to the videos and look at the popular videos, right? So, lifetime popular videos. Not drama, 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 drama. Not drama, 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 drama. Not drama, not drama. And you can see where we're going with this, right? They're fucking retarded. Well, let's look at the 28 days. What is my most successful videos in the last 28 days? Top videos, let's look at it. JoJo's reactions, not drama. One Punch Man fan animation, not drama. led to drama, but not drama. I lost my mind reacting to JJK opening. Nope, opening reactions, anime reaction, anime reaction, anime reaction, drama. One drama, Boldcast. JoJo's reaction, Sentence to be Hero, Fate, Oshinoko, ReZero trailer, Shibuyugi, Heaven's Feel, Kaguya-sama, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fate Strange Fake, Tamon, Heaven's Feel, drama. So you have like fucking one every like 10 or so. And by the way, yeah, I explained. I'm trying to sprinkle in the drama videos in between such that we can react to these low performing shows, right? That's the entire point. So again, these people are so fucking retarded. They're just factually wrong in every single regard, yet they're so confident. You know what they call these? The Yamauchi syndrome, bro. Not this guy. This is the Yamauchi syndrome. Remember this retard in season 1? How confident he was? How stupid he was? This is how retards online act. They're so stupid, they don't even know they're stupid. Then someone has to pull up and tell them they're fucking stupid, or else nothing fucking changes. That's why I've been doing this shit as fucking Koenji as my fucking profile picture. These are genuinely a bunch of Yamauchi, and I gotta go in there and correct the behavior. Let's do something else. You have no understanding of how much loser behavior this is. If he reacts to atomic level and then he creates detailed theories based on the episodes like Einstein, you expect these fucking monkeys to understand, have the media literacy, understand my commentary? Of course not. So at the end of the day, this whole you don't have a job thing, it is coming from losers in life that hate their life. They look at how shitty their life is and they look at how easy content creators' lives are. But rather than doing something, in fact, I have a whole playlist, right? You could also do this shit if it's that easy, but you won't. You will make 1,000 excuses. There's a reason that I have all the fucking YouTube algorithm guides online for free is because it doesn't matter if the information is out there. Because the world is filled with these type of fucking losers that will never actually do anything with their lives. Rather than do something, take accountability for their inaction and their status in life, they would rather shit and cry and complain about people doing better than them. And when you actually think about the logic of where they're coming from, having a real job, they have pride in being a fucking wage cook. Yeah, good fucking job, bro. You're working part-time jobs, you're working fucking salary positions where you're easily replaceable. You were sold this delusion to work fucking your entire life and then you can retire and enjoy your life compared to other people who are literally able to monetize their fucking passions and live their dream life right now. And this is so damaging to their mind. It breaks them. And rather than rationalize, process their feelings and do something with it, they would rather crash out so that I can make another fucking video. It's just a bunch of fucking retards that have no idea what they're talking about. But you know what? I love it. We need more retards like this. We need more dumbasses like this because I don't want a world where everyone is smart and is competent and is nice. That's boring. People like this serve their purpose in the pyramid. And those retards at the very bottom that are hateful, they don't want to better themselves, all you can do is cry, and then I will farm you so that I can establish my position in the fucking pyramid. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying capitalism good or capitalism bad, but this is the reality that we live in. And if you can't handle the reality, nothing will fucking change for you. Cry about it.